November 5th. Jews will attack U.S. on November 26, 2025. Novum is Latin for 9. November is English for 11th month. 11 is the number for Jews, for Yahweh, or El, the bull god more specifically. But Jews take 13 to mean the power of God, and 26 to be another form of 11, El, even. What I mean by this too is 113 is the creative power of God, Yahweh. The other 13 is the destructive power, and Jews take 26 in their numerological fucking crazy shit to represent the totality of God's power, Yahweh's power. You see, El is the one, his creation is the second number one, which is a reflection of the one. So an attack on November 26, 2025 in the US by Jewish supremacists is coming. It is all psychology, no magic spirits, angels, or demons. The poet is probably, quote, the poet is probably the man who senses what has been in order to predict what will be. Thus, he doesn't really suffer. He merely remembers. He doesn't do anything because first he has to remember, he has to predict it. Close quote. The Human Province, Elias Canetti, 1973, English edition, 1978, section 1940.
I wrote a book in 1995.
The master of disaster. Clearly in his role because of his social position, Lord Mountbatten nonetheless managed to launder his reputation through his connections.
And I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the suicidal nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islam is bringing down the World Trade Center.
During a period of relative inactivity in 1941, Mountbatten flew to Pearl Harbor for a tour.
I think has been a wake-up call from hell. It is telling us, you have the power now to act. Summon the will, because the terrorists have the will to destroy America, to destroy freedom, to destroy all of America's allies and all the democracies, Israel being simply on the front line.
3 months before its bombing by the Japanese.
No question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons. No question whatsoever.
To his credit, he'd expressed shock at the lack of preparedness at the base and predicted that the Japanese would launch a surprise attack.
What really happened? The history the government hopes you don't learn. 2 Israelis arrested with bombs in the Mexico Congress. As reported by Las Vox de Aztlán, 2 men posing as press photographers, one of them a former Israeli colonel and Mossad agent, were arrested inside the Mexican Congress on October 10, 2001, armed with 9mm pistols, 9 grenades, explosives, 3 detonators, and 58 bullets, but were released following intense pressure from the Israeli embassy. Quote, we believe that the 2 Zionist terrorists were going to blow up the Mexican Congress. The second phase was to mobilize both Mexican and U.S. press to blame Osama bin Laden. Most likely, then Mexico would declare war on Afghanistan as well, commit troops, all the oil it could spare to combat Islamic terrorism.
Netanyahu said, quote, we're benefiting from one thing, and that is the attack on the Twin Towers and Pentagon and the American struggle in Iraq. Netanyahu then reportedly said these events, quote, swung American public opinion in our favor.
This gained him the respect of the UK's highest commander.